So if you've been dealing with chronic back pain for any amount of time, odds are you have a list of back pain relief gadgets that you either have at your house and use daily, or you're thinking of getting and you're wondering, is this going to be the thing that helps? Today, I want to cover 7 of the most popular back pain relief and sciatica relief gadgets and my response to whether or not you should use them. The first gadget I want to talk about today is the Lacrosse Ball. Essentially massage tools that we use to roll over, compress achy, painful muscle. When it comes to chronic back pain, these tools just simply are not going to give you the results that you're looking for. Problem is, and this is why it doesn't work, most people experience symptoms like tight, achy muscles. They might have an issue in their glutes, maybe it's a nerve compression, maybe it's just years and years of chronic pain that has led to other types of symptoms that go down the leg or maybe into the glutes, around to the sides, or maybe your QLs are locked up. Well, you're gonna take that Lacrosse Ball or whatever tool you're using, dig it into these symptoms because it does bring some temporary relief, typically in the moment. Problem is, you get up, you feel maybe a little bit better, maybe even sooner than that, the pain is back. Simply because these tools are not used for long-term relief. They are symptom treatment. If you have some knots, maybe you've been doing a new sport and you're overusing a muscle that you typically don't use that much or haven't been using in this way, you might develop some sticking points, some little knots, and maybe a Lacrosse ball or some gentle foam rolling can kind of break up that area and give you some relief. Those moments, it's a good tool, use it. When it comes to chronic back pain, these tools just simply do not work. Before we go any further, if you're looking to use exercise to be a part of your chronic back pain relief strategy, trying to use exercise to build strength in those painful muscles, and you're coming up short, it's not working, something's going on, your workouts are causing more pain. If that's you, I've got a free guide, fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training. I've mapped out in detail the exact steps that you need to take using exercise, using core training, what exercises to pick, all to put together your own unique workout strategy that is back pain and post-surgery friendly. fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training. The second tool on my list is the posture corrector. I actually have a video that you can check out. I'll link above here. I break down the posture corrector a little bit more and why I don't agree with them and why I don't think people should be wasting their money getting them, even though you can probably get one for like 10 bucks on Amazon. These simply do not give you the results that you're looking for. No, poor posture, rounded shoulders, all these things are labeled as causes of chronic back pain. But the truth of the matter is, you can still have rounded shoulders, you can have text neck, you can slouch in your chair and still not have chronic back pain. What these posture correctors do is kind of make you reliant on the strap to keep you in an upright position, assuming that we have to be super rigid and super upright to be pain-free, and that's just not the case. If you are still believing in order for your body to get away or get out of this chronic back pain cycle, you have to stack and make sure everything is super stiff, super rigid, super neutral at all times, are mistaken. And it's okay, it's not your fault. You just haven't been given the right information. The internet, social media, doctors, there's so much junk out there. You're doing the best that you can to take the best advice and put it into your situation. But when it comes to posture correctors, I would rather you take a more strength approach, maybe some awareness around some postures that you take throughout the day that cause pain, but outside of that, you're not gonna be perfect. Stop trying to make it that way, especially wasting your time with these posture correctors. Third gadget that I cannot stand to see people using is the inversion table. I was diagnosed with a ruptured L5-S1 disc along with degenerative discs above that site. One of the key rehabilitation pain relief strategies that my PT at the time was putting me through was traction. Logic behind pulling yourself apart makes sense, right? If you have some compression issues, maybe a nerve is being impinged or pressed on, causing sciatica, or they see an MRI and say, oh, look, you've got less space. Let's create space and hope for the best. Problem is, if we just think about this, right? If you have to hang every day from this inversion table, let's say you get a little bit of space due to gravity, but what happens is nothing is creating an environment for that space to stick around. Once you get off of the inversion table, gravity kicks back in and the compression happens, which makes this vicious cycle of I have to use my inversion table in order for me to feel good. At the end of the day, I can't wait to get home and use my inversion table because that's the only thing that gives me relief. You become addicted to this inversion table thinking that that space that we can't recreate outside of the inversion table is what's giving you relief, just temporary relief. Of course, there are always outliers. The majority of people that I work with have used the inversion table unsuccessfully. Unsuccessful products for people to be wasting hundreds and hundreds of dollars thinking it's going to be the ticket out of pain when it's not. Fourth gadget I see used a lot are topical ointments, creams. Maybe it's Tiger Balm, some kind of icy hot thing that you can apply. Trust me, it feels good. I have used some of the most strongest Tiger Balm type stuff in my past just to kind of take the edge off of my pain. Problem is if you're having to do things that are very short term like that to take the edge off, what matters most is what you're doing to make your pain worse. Why is your pain even there? What are you doing? What's your strategy to get rid of the pain? Is it to just survive? Are you just trying to make it through the day so that you can get home and sit or rub on all these creams? I hope not, and if it is, it's not your fault. You just haven't been given the right strategy yet. But when it comes to using creams, balms, ointments for back pain relief, it's just not going to give you the lasting relief that you're looking for. The fifth most common gadget I see people using all the time is ice and heat. This is probably one of the most overused and commonly used relief tool in every household. Everyone who has had chronic back pain has used ice and heat for relief. Problem is we get addicted to this short-term relief. Remember, short-term and long-term are two different things. What happens, we get so addicted to that temporary, this feels so good. It takes the edge off of my pain that we keep doing. We become addicted to the ice pack. We become addicted to sleeping on our heating pad. We can't sit at our office without our heating pad on. I even talk to people in extreme situations where they've used ice and heat so much and so intensely that they have issues, they have nerve issues, they have skin damage because of how much they've used both of these items. That's an extreme situation. Most people aren't in that situation. The fact is, these short-term tools like ice and heat will only give you temporary relief, not lasting relief. The sixth gadget I hear people talking about these days is a sciatica belt. This is something that really is used for kind of hip pain, but they also have like an attachment leg strap that you can wrap around your leg to create some stability in the hips. The key thing here is, what are you doing to treat the sciatica? If this belt contraption does help you with some compression issues. Maybe you need a little bit more compression for whatever reason, and when you wear this belt, you feel good. The problem is the belt is not teaching you what you need to be doing to address the problem at hand. You're not focusing on the source of the pain. My doctor said that my MRI shows a herniated disc, and this is the best way to protect my low back and kind of keep things in a good position so the sciatica doesn't get worse. You can treat the sciatica or the herniated disc without surgery, for one, without a belt that you have to wear permanently now every day to get a little bit of relief. You can actually do some really simple things on a daily basis to bring relief to that herniated disc. Guess what? You can still have a herniated disc and not have symptoms. I have a ruptured disc still. I never fixed it. I don't get injections on a monthly basis. I wasn't fused. I don't have an artificial disc. Technically, it's bone on bone. I live chronic pain free. So the key here is focusing on things that we can control, focusing on things that are not gonna create a Band-Aid around our sciatica issues. And this strap, belt, leg contraption is just simply not going to get you the lasting relief to your sciatica or just herniated discs in general. Last but not least, a very common back pain relief strategy, and this is typically done obviously in the medical model, the steroid injection. A back hurts so bad, it's time to get some needles in there and just squirt some medicine around that inflamed joint. Years ago, that I would take 800 milligrams 2 to 3 times a day, to the point where my stomach was bleeding, right? That's medication. I'm putting medication in my body to attack the pain, the inflammation that I'm experiencing, and the medication was giving me that temporary relief for a short period of time and then it stopped working. Steroid injections are essentially the same thing. You're just going straight to the source of the problem. You're injecting a heavy pain, relief medication in an area that's gonna potentially give you relief 1 month, 2 months, if you're lucky, 3 months. But this is what typically happens. You get an injection, like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I'm back to normal. Now I can go on that trip. I can go on the cruise. I can go, ride my bull because I love riding bulls for a living. And you feel good, so you blow past your natural pain tolerance because the medication is masking how much pain you're actually in. And you do all the things and you feel great and you're back to normal and you're doing and the problem is you never address the root issues, the movement, the habits, the routines, the things that you were doing that caused the pain in the first place. You never address those things. So they're still there. It's just the medication's masking them. So what happens, the medication wears off, it wears off faster than it probably should because you never really addressed the thing that was causing the issue. So now the medication's gone and you're limited on how many shots you can get and the pain is here. So it's best to limit medication, go about your pain relief strategy as raw as possible so you can feel if it's working or not working. Are the exercises that you're doing working? Is a core training that you're doing working? Are you walking too much? Are you riding your bike too much? Are you running too much? We don't know. When you have medication inside of you in an area that's very painful and it's making it now feel good, you don't know what is too much anymore. But that's the key to long-term relief, is building resilience, creating an environment of healing, and just injecting medication in an area and going about your day is not gonna be the best strategy for you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is just stuff that you've been told is going to work for you. It's the best suggestion the medical model can give you before they cut you open. My friend, listen, there's so much more you can do. And all these gadgets and strategies are survival strategies. They're not gonna give you the long-term relief that you're looking for. I'm not hating on you if you do use them. It's okay, fine. But I wanna encourage you to you gotta look past that jar of Bengay, right? Not Bengay, of Tiger Balm, not Bengay. Tiger Balm, you gotta look past that jar of that stuff. Look for the actual root of the issue. Find out what's going on. And I promise you, once you dig in, get some help, get some coaching behind there, so you can kind of see what the best plan is for you, your life is gonna change and you can be in so much less pain and have so much more control than you ever thought imagined. Don't forget, if you've been using exercise to hopefully get yourself out of pain and the workouts that you're doing maybe are causing more pain or that sensitivity is not going away, one of the best things you can do is just really dive into the way you're structuring your program. How is the order of your workouts going? Are you picking the right exercise and doing them at the right time? Are you doing too much, too little? There's a few things you can unpack and modify even before you get to your next workout. I got a free guide that maps out exactly how to do that. fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training. Grab that free guide, download it, read through it, design your next workout, and your next workout is gonna feel so much better than it's been. fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training.